back to my channel. We are back from vacation, but vacation books aren't completely over yet. We still have to finish People We Meet on Vacation. I have one chapter and the epilogue left, and it's been a while since we've been back. It's been like, I think, a week, and I haven't really had the desire to pick this book up. I read most of it whenever I felt like obligated to read something, so I wouldn't lose my reading streak, which I did. But I managed to get through the book, and I can see why it's a lot of people's least favorite Emily Henry book, because I'm so frustrated with both of the characters, but specifically Poppy. I don't really like the way they handle their friendship with other partners, and I don't know, I'm just not really feeling the characters. The setting is fun, I think, with like all of these different vacations and other settings that I don't really want to spoil, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the two main characters specifically. But we are about to find out how it's gonna end, so let's find out together. It's done. I think I'm gonna give the book 3 stars. If it would have been by a different author, I think I might have DNF'd it, but it's Emily Henry, so I wanted to stick it out. As I just mentioned like 10 minutes ago, I just don't really like the characters, and there's just some like little things that make me like, oh, I'm not so sure. First things first, that always like happens so much in fantasy books, but she's like so tiny and he's so tall. You're probably both regular sized. And then again, as I said, the way that they dealt with their friendship while being in relationships, it's just giving like, oh, that's like my friend you don't have to worry about, when in fact they're that annoying friend you do have to worry about. And it's just kind of weird. I'm happy they're like together and everything, and the ending is nice, I guess. Little spoiler warning, but nobody really has to give up what they love, which I love, because Happy Place, for example, I don't remember her, but the female main character basically gave up everything just to move out to wherever the male main character lived, and that was kind of sad. So I guess that ending is better than Happy Place, but the vibes in Happy Place were just so much better. But it's simply the two main characters that just aren't for me. Anyways, so now that I have this finished, I only have her new release, Great Big Beautiful Life, to read, but we're not gonna read that today because I want something else. And we're actually gonna have the wheel pick. I haven't used the wheel in a while, so here is our wheel. The Handmaid's Tale. Oh no, I think The Handmaid's Tale is not really a summer book because it's gonna be dramatic and horrible, and I don't really want to read it, but I also do want to read it because this is kind of a stupid reason, but it's okay. First off, obviously there's like current events happening where this would be kind of relevant and people are referencing it, and I don't know what they're talking about 100% because I haven't read the book. Also, there is this Draco and Hermione, what's it called? Manacled, I think, and that's apparently basically The Handmaid's Tale but with Harry Potter characters. I wanted to read that book. I have it on Kindle, but I read a lot of reviews that kind of are pushing me away from it, so I'm not sure if I'll actually read it. But I guess we're gonna pick up The Handmaid's Tale now. Maybe I can find an audiobook, because I also do have a lot of knitting to do this week, so that would be good if I could maybe listen to it for a part and then also read. So we're gonna read The Handmaid's Tale. Yay! I hope the audio isn't too bad. There's people mowing the grass outside and it's pretty loud. But I am back. You don't know this, but I've been having migraines for the past 2-3 days, so I didn't really read much. Yesterday, however, I did manage to finish my knitted sweater, which I'll show you later, and I also listened to 60-something% of The Handmaid's Tale. That book is so horrifying. I love it, but I hate reading it because that technically could be a real-life possibility. And it's just horrifying. The writing is, I really like the writing. I really like the inner monologue going on, and also the jumps between time. But that makes it even scarier for me because just a couple years ago everything seemed to be normal, and now we are where we are at the book, and I don't like it at all. But I am, well, I'm not having a good time reading the book. I like the writing style, and I'm glad that I finally picked it up because it's a good book, but it's just horrifying. Anyways, today I'm gonna head into town. I need to pick up my student's ticket for the buses and stuff, and then I also might stop at a bookstore if we're there already, and then I'm also gonna get a fun drink and maybe some breakfast because it's still quite early and I just got done at the gym and I don't really want to cook right now or like make breakfast, so we might get a little something to eat too. And the weather is actually pretty good today. It's cloudy, which is what makes it good because it's been so hot the past few days, which is I think where the migraine came from, because it's just been like the air quality has been pretty bad and it's been so hot, and that just is a recipe for disaster if you have migraines. Anyways, we're gonna head into town now. I'm super excited because I haven't enjoyed a day out in a very long time because it's been so hot all the time, and I just want like a nice little fun day outside. It's still pretty warm, but it's not super sunny and the air is better today, so that's good. And that's all I have to say, so let's go. I did some damage. I actually didn't really want to buy books because I have that big TBR shelf over there, and on, oh my god, is it gonna stay? Let's try again. On my TBR shelf there's a lot of books, and on my Fable TBR there's like 50-ish books, and I didn't really want to buy more, but then I saw these two, and one of them I was eyeing for a long time and the other I just wanted, so I just got it. I did get this little planner for uni. I'm gonna use this to take notes and like write down homework and stuff because this semester I'm gonna have a lot of homework to do, and I think it looks cute. And then this is just like lined paper, and I think this is a good purchase. I was eyeing the Moleskine notebooks, but they're like 25-26 euros, and this one was, doesn't say, like 13, so I think I got kind of a good deal because it looks the same, and yes, it's not like genuine leather, but do I need that? No. And then let's get to the books. This one is the one that I've been eyeing forever, The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle. This gives me the same vibes as Stardust, I think, by Neil Gaiman. I'm not really sure what this book is about. It just reads like an adult fairy tale that's kind of similar to Stardust. I love the cover. I think it's really beautiful. And yeah, it just sounds like a fairy tale. Living in peace in her lilac world, the unicorn didn't know the world had changed or that anything had happened to the rest of her kind. Overhearing a chance conversation, she resolves to venture out and discover the truth. The road is dangerous and the risks are great. If she fails, the unicorns will be lost forever. A modern fairy tale, The Last Unicorn is a beloved classic, I didn't know that, voted by Time as one of the 100 greatest fantasy novels of all time. It is fantastical, poignant, wistful, and wondrous, showing us the humanity of magic and the magic of humanity. I think this is a great pick. This sounds like an awesome book to me. And then recently I read Yellowface and I loved the writing and I think the plot was so clever. So I got another one of R.F. Kuang's books, this time Babel, however you say that. This edition is also so beautiful. From the cover, I think this one doesn't look that much like it, but there's a different cover that gives me the same vibe as Athena's war book in Yellowface. And I thought this was some like historical book, like the book that she's writing in Yellowface. And I didn't really, I don't know, I'm just not very interested in those types of books. But my sister told me that it's actually something to do with like literature and something with the book world, I'm not quite sure. It just says Oxford 1836. I guess it is a little bit historical. The city of dreaming spires. It is the center of all knowledge and progress in the world. At its heart is Babel, whatever, Oxford's University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation. The tower from which all the power of the tower from which all the power of the empire flows. Orphaned in Canton and brought to England by a mysterious guardian, Robin Swift thought Babel a paradise until it became a prison. But can a student stand against an empire? So that also sounds really interesting, to be honest. And again, I love this edition. I really like Yellowface. I really want to get Yellowface as a physical copy, but I think I'm gonna get that through Vinted since I already read it. And I wanted to get another book through Vinted, but I forgot. But yeah, that's my haul. These are the 2 new books that I got. They look so intelligent also. I feel so smart. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is my haul. These books are gonna go right over there into my TBR shelf. And then I really want to finish The Handmaid's Tale today. I saw at the bookstore that there's a second book. I don't think it's a second part necessarily, but like it happens in the same Republic of, what's it called? Gildian? I don't remember. It happens around the same time, I think. I'm not sure if I want to read it because it's like double the size of The Handmaid's Tale. But yeah, I really want to finish that book today. And then also let me show you my sweater. One sec. This is what it looks like. I still need to block the sleeves because I redid them like 3 times. But I think it's so pretty. It has like these like pearl rows in sections. Can you see the whole thing? I don't know. But I love it. It's 100% merino wool. It's super soft. And I'm currently making a second one for my sister because I always need to, you know, test different sizes for patterns, and everything on it she kind of also gets. And I love it. I think the boat neck or whatever it's called is also really nice. Obviously we would have to hide the blue here, but just imagine, it's super cozy and it's like the perfect amount of oversize. It's not super huge. It's called relaxed fit according to Google Fit charts or whatever, and I love it so much and I'm gonna wear it all the time. But right now I need to take it off because I'm still warm. Anyways, let's get to reading The Handmaid's Tale. I just finished The Handmaid's Tale and I'm currently cutting up some potatoes for dinner. I'm gonna give that book 5 stars because I want it to be really high rated so a lot of people read it. I really like the writing. I think the jumps in time, like back in time, and her inner monologue was just perfect. The story, the plot itself, absolutely horrifying. Sorry, I'm not gonna fling the knife around. The story is absolutely horrifying. The end, I think, is good for a book like that, but also I hated it. But I did hate like the plot of the whole book, obviously, because it's absolutely horrible. And I still think everybody should read it because, especially considering today's politics, not only like US specific, but a lot of male politicians mainly just think they own the world and that women still are birthing machines or like just somebody to take care of the house. Not like, sometimes it feels like they think women are not like fully human or like just worth less than men, which obviously not, but white male politicians, you know. So I think that especially in today's time people should read that book, even though it is absolutely horrifying. And again, the writing was really good. I enjoyed the book like word for word, but if you string the words together and get the like what the sentence is about, it's horrible because every sentence is just horrible because it's just a horrible plot. What I found most horrifying was how quickly the Republic, I still can't remember the name, how quickly the Republic changed from like the girls going to college and then they like having a baby and stuff, and then suddenly like the kid is, I think like 5-ish or maybe like a little bit older, definitely under 8. So in just a couple of years everything changed so drastically, which is insane. And I don't really know how to put it in words, but like thinking back of when COVID happened, everything, at least in Austria, changed so quickly within a couple of months. And I think that the story is quite realistic because 1, women are worthless, you know, and then 2, if the law changes and they like take away your rights, what what he is supposed to do, and it can be super quick, and I think it would have to be quick because a gradual, like slow change wouldn't fly, because then people could do something about it, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I'm really glad that I read the book. I think now is actually the perfect time to read it with the current situation, and now I need something a little bit more lighthearted, so I decided to pick up The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I actually read like 2 chapters, I think, already the other day when I thought reading might get my migraine to stop, but obviously not. As I mentioned before about Stardust today, I like his kind of like fairy tale stories, which is obviously a very big contrast to The Handmaid's Tale. And I think this book is gonna be good for today because I don't want to have any more serious thoughts after listening to the audiobook of Handmaid's Tale / reading it. Horrible. I do, however, want to watch, I think it's a show, or is it a movie? I don't know. There is a movie, whatever, adaptation from The Handmaid's Tale, and I definitely want to watch it because I think that the visuals of the red and white and the different colors of people's clothes and stuff would be really interesting. I'm really interested to see how the wall looks, because I think I'm probably imagining it way too small. I think it's probably huge, so I really want to see that. And yeah, but we're not gonna do that today. I'm gonna be reading this, I'm gonna be knitting a little bit, and I'm probably gonna watch Twilight because the weather is giving Twilight today. So yeah, I just need something to take my mind off that book. Obviously, it is not taken off that book yet because I am still spiraling about everything that happened. But yeah. So I just got a super exciting package, which you are seeing on right now, but I just unpacked it. I'm gonna do my nails in a little bit for the first time ever, but I am 60% through The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I found it as an audiobook where Neil Gaiman himself narrates it, and I love it. This book is not the fun little fairy tale that I thought it would be, because it's basically about a little boy that is haunted by some otherworldly presence in the shape of a woman that his father is kind of falling in love with. And that's a little bit weird and concerning. His neighbors are helping him though, but I'm not sure if the neighbors are actually good people or if they are in on that too. They're definitely also otherworldly presences, beings, whatever, but they're grandma, mother, and daughter, and they're the 3 Miss or Mrs. Hampstocks, I think. So far I like the book, but it's a lot darker than I thought, because the boy, he's suffering. One night he wakes up like coughing, and he has like blood in his throat because there's a coin stuck in his throat, and he didn't put it there, nobody else put it there, it was that other woman. And then he also gets like a worm in his foot, I think, and I don't know, it's a little bit weird. But I am gonna listen to the audiobook of this while I do my nails, which brings me to this part. I ordered this UV light nail set. I don't really know. I actually like doing my nails. I just don't do them very often because regular nail polish just looks good for like 3 days if I do it right. So I thought, a lot of my friends have this set already, so I thought I would get it too. And then in here should be the lamp. Okay, we're gonna open this later. I mainly just want to show you the colors that I got and decide on what color I want to do today. I got 3 colors, and then this red color is in the basic set, but I don't think I'm gonna do red today. Oh great, you can't even see the colors. A little bit. I got this color that's called Autumn Aesthetic, and then I got this kind of sheer pink, can't really tell, and then also kind of sheer white. And I think I'm gonna go with the pink today. Yeah, let's do the pink. And this is my first time. It's probably gonna take me a really long time. I've seen TikToks about it, and people take hours even if they're not doing a design. I'm like good at doing my nails, I guess, with regular nail polish. I'm usually pretty quick with it, so we'll see how long this takes me. I actually just put nail strengthener on yesterday because I wasn't sure if this package was gonna show up ever, and so now I have to remove it, and I actually got nail polish remover from them too, because I wasn't sure if my regular one was gonna work with this type of nail polish. I don't know, but less rambling, more doing my nails, so let's get started. I hope you can hear me, it's kind of windy, but these are the nails. They look very natural, but I kind of like it. It felt a little bit like not fully dry a couple minutes ago, but now they're like fully dry, and this is so fun. I like them. I actually also enjoyed the process. It wasn't too difficult. I did have to redo one nail because I put like too much nail polish on and it kind of ran off the side, and that felt very weird, but they're done and they look so nice. I think next time I'm definitely gonna try the brown color maybe. The shadow is weird, so anyways, I also got my yarn that I need to finish this sweater, so I'm just gonna listen to my audiobook a little bit more and knit my sweater. This is what it currently looks like. It's the same one that I showed you earlier, but for my sister, and I ran out of yarn at the almost very end, and now I have 2 more skeins of yarn. I'm hoping that it's gonna be enough for the little bit that's left here and the sleeves. But yeah, I feel like it's too windy to talk, so let's knit. I just finished The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I'm gonna give this book 4 stars. I think Neil Gaiman narrating the book himself was the perfect move. I love the audiobook so much, would highly recommend it. I did also read a couple of chapters, just like regular reading, but I think the way he transports the feelings, and there's a couple songs and poems in here, and the way he narrates those is also just perfection. The book was very eerie, but also whimsical. I really liked it. The story is a little bit fairy tale-like, a little bit poem-like, and a little bit, well, I guess fantasy-like, but that's the fairy tale aspect of it. I really liked it. If you want to read this book, I highly recommend the audiobook. It was really, really good. But yeah, that's another book off my TBR. I am at 39 books currently that I have read in 2025, which is pretty good because I thought that I wasn't gonna get past like 25. I had the best time this week doing my nails, listening to audiobooks. I didn't have the best time with The Handmaid's Tale, but I did like listening to it / reading it, so I guess I did have a good time with that too. But yeah, that's it for this week's video, and I hope to see you back in the next one.